I am 35 years old. I lived in my first marriage for 10 years. I loved my husband very much. He was the first man. I've never cheated on him. But he had a terrible temper, and they quarreled a lot. And at the same time, the passion was crazy. When my desired daughter was born, I realized that it was impossible to live like this. I filed for divorce because I felt that my love had passed amid the screams and insults. The divorce was difficult. The ex-husband pursued, "I love you. I can't come back." I endured. As far as I know, things didn't go well for him. He got drunk and lost part of his business. And something broke in me. She changed men like gloves. It's funny, but one day I met a man in a bar. I thought for one night, but a relationship started. He immediately asked her to get married. Foolishly, I probably agreed. He loves me madly. He adores my daughter, and she loves him. She literally carries me in her arms. My friends are jealous. He is very attractive in appearance and treats me like a princess. I reciprocate as much as I can. I say words of love. I take care of the house. His daughter from his first marriage adores me. An ideal. But I feel like I'm dead inside. I feel nothing but gratitude towards him. And I'm cheating with a man 8 years younger than me. Also married, and as insensitive a brute as I am. And I have no regrets, no guilt or shame. We don't cause problems with each other with a lover. Meetings are only on neutral territory, no traces on clothes and body, no calls. I realize that I am in general an ungrateful creature. But I absolutely don't care. Something like that.
The second story.
Where to begin? I remember all the disgust of my life and actions. Weary, I no longer know where to throw out what has accumulated. There are a lot of letters, so if you don't finish reading, I won't be offended. Lettering. I got married, knocked up, at the age of 19. My husband was 18. Love from school, 3 years of relationships. Annoyed. He's a kind of macho bully. Bitterly. She loved me to the point of losing her pulse. But after the wedding, she left me at 6 months pregnant, coldly. I haven't worked up yet, I'm sorry. Resigned, she gave birth to a son. Her parents helped with everything. She worked, but there was no serious relationship except for health. For the longest 6 months, although she is very attractive, tall, slender, with long blonde hair, normal character, economical, in moderation. But no one asked me to get married. There was a guy, let's call him Sasha, with whom we sometimes met intermittently for 2 years, flatly. Sex and no more. No romance, statuses, and spending time together. Explaining, both of them had other partners at the same time. No one was jealous, since the relationship was originally built simply on mutual attraction. Short pause. But one day, shocked, I realized that I was pregnant, and I immediately said that I was going to have an abortion. Frustrated. But I miscalculated the time, and the ultrasound showed me a 12-week-old man moving his legs and arms. In tears and snot, I call Sasha and say, desperate, what should I do? Short pause. He hesitated a little and replied that, surprised, we were going to give birth, although I had already decided to keep the baby for myself. And 2 weeks after we found out that we were going to have a child together, we rented an apartment and moved in together. We've been married for 5 years soon. My son calls him Dad, and his daughter is born, a carbon copy of him, and he dotes on her. Over time, they got used to each other.
I thought I loved him. But Sasha sometimes likes to sit with his friends and have a drink.
It's good to have a drink. At first, I thought these were isolated cases, but it turned out to be a system. Although he works and earns well, his best friends, Vitya, Anton, and Leosa, often came to our house. We often drank together, and Sasha got drunk to unconsciousness. Although I always asked him to stop drinking less. And on one of those days, Sasha got drunk, went to bed, and his friend, Leosha, was going home. I suggested we sit and talk for a while longer.
We always had the same interests with Leosa. It was easy and interesting to talk about everything with him. We could even sometimes say the same thing together.
It was already late enough, and I offered to stay the night with us. One of the rooms was vacant. And then, without knowing how, I found myself in Leosha's arms. I had never experienced such wild excitement. We kissed for a long time. He said,
How beautiful I was. How lucky my husband was that he had me.
Of course, alcohol played a significant role here. I would never have done such a thing in my sober mind. But I overcame myself, broke away from Leosha's embrace, and went to sleep with my husband. I couldn't sleep until the morning. Over the next week, we met several times, pretending that nothing had happened, although I was shocked every time I saw him. A week later, we went to barbecue in a large group, and my husband got drunk again, so much so that he could hardly walk. Leosa volunteered to walk home and stayed the night. We have been in this relationship for 2 years now. My husband guesses that we are connected not only by friendship. One day he asked,
Why are you dancing in front of him like that? Very gracious. You don't act like that in front of my other friends.
I turned it into a joke, that I'm just very hospitable. One day, I told my husband,
Let's get divorced. You'll find a woman who will truly love you.
He hugged me tightly. Still together. And I'm finished fucking.